I'm just gonna start. We'll go through this really quick, Kim. Sorry, it's just a meeting we have to do every year.
Okay.
Um, and usually we just have an open meeting so anybody can join, but with the COVID stuff, we're just doing Zoom stuff and recording it and putting it online if people would like to see it.
Okay.
So just to start out, so the school community council, do you know anything about trust lands?
No, I know I've read stuff on it that has been sent to me, but not.
Okay, well, that's a good start. It's basically money that the school gets from the state every year, um, that has to be used on Utah school children. Um, it's basically, Alex is pulling our stuff up. It's basically just money in natural resources that is funded. It's funded by natural resources. So
Okay.
um, anyway, that's kind of the quick and dirty of it. Um, the community council basically just has to have um, someone from the school on the council, parents, school board. That's kind of why it's nice to have you, because you're a parent and a school board member. So it's kind of a 2-for-1. And then myself. And we just basically, not many people are ever really interested in helping, but so we sure appreciate you helping. We basically just ask parents to be on here. Technically you're supposed to do like a big vote, but no one ever volunteers to be on here unless we call them, so we just use the parents that agree to be involved basically.
Gotcha.
The purpose of school community council is we get to allocate this money that we get from the state every year, which is almost $40,000 currently. And I think you probably already know this, but we use it to pay for Shandy Chambers, one of our teachers. And the reason we pay her with it is because she's teaching some classes that align with our mission to help kids prepare for after high school work and school kind of planning. And so that aligns with our goals the school has. And so that's what we use our money for. And we usually just renew that every year unless, we have, a council that says, hey, we don't want to, spend the money on that. So that basically is how that works. So basically your responsibility, Kim, is to the school improvement plan, is basically just I generate that and put it together, and it talks about how we're using the money, and then I have to every year provide some data that just says this is how we're doing on this plan. And you just have to basically go in and sign and say you saw it. Yes, this is what we agreed on. And also the digital citizenship is a piece of it too. It basically says the school is responsible for training students about how to be a good citizen with online stuff, phones, computers, and Karen. So what that is Karen puts together a training every year for that. So that's kind of how we hold that. Okay, yeah, the digital citizenship, that's what House Bill 213. Anyway, so this is just kind of more responsibilities, provide education and awareness to students and parents. The state just basically tells us these are the things that we have to go over in our meetings. And so I'm sorry if it's repetitive.
Okay.
So we have to make sure that the funds are used appropriately. Only funding directed from local schools, tailored to meet the needs of individual schools, can be carried over, is not competitive. It's a fund every year, and we just spend the interest on the money. So we get a lot of money from school trust lands, but it has to be available for every student. So next slide, Alex. So we kind of identify an academic need at the school. And we do that as a faculty. We look at what we want to address, and come up with goals, something that is measurable and achievable and relevant to the school. Anyway, and then we implement the plan.
Okay.
So this is just kind of a quick thing about carryover. We never carry over any of our funding. Our funding doesn't pay for an entire salary. It just goes for a portion of it. So it's never, we never carry any of it over. If something changes in one of our goals, we can change things, but we have to have everyone's approval on the committee. Okay, Alex. So yeah, there we go. So we're trying to also increase parental involvement, and with that, we're trying to make everything available to, you know, Spanish speaking parents. And there's always a parent component in the plan that we put together. So if you have any ideas on improving parental involvement, we'd love to hear them.
Okay, I'll think on it.
Yeah. You're a really involved parent, so that's good, but some parents aren't so much.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's kind of the quick and dirty of the community council. Do you have any questions on that?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, let's move on really quick to the not trust land, sorry, the Title I stuff. So we usually do these meetings together to try to do a 2-for-1 kind of thing. So our school receives Title I funding. And we get a little over $53,000 in Title I funds. And this is just, I'll do a quick background of Title I. It's basically for schools that have low income students. So not every school in the Valley is Title I, but many of them are. So you have to have a certain percentage of your students that are identified as low income through the, you know, like the lunch applications.
Mhm.
Or what's the other one, Alex, that we fill out, kids fill out, parents fill out?
The free and reduced, or
Yes,
Yeah.
free and reduced, and what was the
the fees,
fee waivers?
fee waivers.
Yeah, so basically that identifies families, and it gives us part of our total percentage to see if we qualify. Okay, Alex, you can change it. So it builds teacher capacity through professional development. You can read all this stuff. Helps all students to achieve proficiency. It basically, what it does, Kim, is we pay for a math teacher out of it. We use our Title I funding for Erin Harris, and she's not here anymore. So we replace that for Tiana Rowley. So that's the math teacher that we spend our Title I money on. And we feel like we'll meet more students' needs by providing an extra math teacher for them, so their classes aren't as big.
Right.
Okay, so keep going, Alex. What are our schools' requirement? To be eligible for Title I funds, a charter school must have at least 10 low-income children. Okay, you see that one there. We talked about, yeah, we talked about that one. Okay. So right here, back one where it said minimize the removal of students from the regular classroom during classroom instructional time. That's where we felt like adding another math teacher would be helpful, instead of kids having to go to the student center for help as much. Providing another classroom with smaller class sizes would be helpful. Okay, Alex, you can change it. So it's a little bit similar to our school trust land stuff a little bit. It maintains a school-wide mission and goals that shape school decisions and help all students achieve high standards. Okay. So they don't want us to use this money to supplant other programs that we already have paid for. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So they would not want us to use these funds to help pay the remainder of Shandy's salary from school trust land money. Does
Gotcha.
that make sense? They just want us to have our own plan with it. Okay, Alex. So here's some use of Title I funds that you can do. So personnel is what we use ours on. Before and after. So we kind of have all of those things. Not as much before and after school stuff, but we've hired a highly qualified math teacher with our funds, so okay. So basically, Kim, we have to put all of this stuff on our website.
Mhm.
I know this is kind of boring to read through, but we basically put all this stuff on our website just in case parents wanted to know. Yeah.
And we'll have a Title I review this year too, that you might
Yes.
be asked to participate in, Kim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kim,
And they
did
go
Mason,
over these things.
Kim, did Mason tell you about the paraprofessional test I wanted her to take?
Yeah, that she took it the other day.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she
You
did.
took it on Friday, I think.
Oh my gosh, good for her. And then she's leaving us.
Right.
Well, she,
Yeah.
so this is why, because we have our Title I visit coming up. To get Title I money, they're now requiring all paraprofessionals, is what Mason was, to have their Title I license, or I mean, sorry, to have their paraprofessionals exam taken and like licensed. So that's why everyone that's not a teacher had to get that taken care of.
Do they require that even when you have like a bachelor's degree?
No.
I knew it used to be. Yeah, I was gonna say it used to be or.
Yep. It's not or anymore. Well, okay, yes, it is. They even if you have your bachelor's degree, they're still saying you need to have taken this praxis.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of been, we've kind of had it back and forth with the state over this, but yeah, so I just was like, hey, we're just gonna all go get it taken. So anyway, so that's what that highly qualified means. Okay, Alex, let's go through this. Alex, you want to talk for a minute? My throat's starting to get really sore.
Yeah, no problem. So at the beginning of every school year, we have the Title I meeting, which is this meeting right now. We review the qualifications of all the teachers, update the information that we need to on our website, cover the paraprofessionals. So we hired new paras this year, went through and made sure that you were either scheduled to take the exam or if they had the exam that they had passed. Like it says here, we just update the information, post our assessment stuff. So part of this, we also have to show our assessments that the kids take, the Utah Aspire Plus and ACT, just make sure that we're making progress there. That stuff releases a little bit later in the year now. And then we send home a letter / email just saying that parents have the right to request to see which teachers are highly qualified, and that notice goes out as part of this. And then throughout the year, these are the things that we kind of do just throughout. There's not like a specified time that they have to be completed. We always have the information available. Parents can make requests whenever they want. And then we, in a timely manner, go through and provide the information for them. All of that information that we provide to a parent who makes a request is on the website as well. So it's always front facing. This is where like questions about curriculum or assessments can come to. And then, yeah, that's more or less the rundown of what we do for the procedures of Title I. And we're done.
Q&A, Kim.
I think I got it.
It's that exciting. So many questions. All right, well, thanks for being with us for the last 17 minutes.
No problem.
Okay, we'll talk soon.
All right. See you guys.
Thanks, Kim. Bye.